Hi everybody, welcome back to this month's construction update, picking up activities for the month of June. It's a beautiful day, but we've got a bit of wind and it's a bit fresh up on the rooftop. We've got a few things to show you as we walk around the site. A lot of the activities this month are going to be centered on just showing the internal progress. Outside, there's still activities in pretty much all aspects of the site. But most of the progress is internal. Probably the first thing to show you up on this rooftop is just how the balcony planters are put together in terms of the various components. So the first aspect's a heavy waterproofing membrane with a root preventative additive. That goes obviously on the walls and the floors. The critical aspect is the wall protection to stop any deterioration of the waterproofing membrane. So what we've got here is a combination of a hard plastic, it's called VersiDrain, so it forms two roles, which is to protect the waterproofing but also add a bit of extra drainage. Then on the floors we've got this drainage cell, so that allows free drainage through the layers. We have a layer of geofab go across the top of that. Then they use a little bit of polystyrene as a void former that takes out a little bit of the bulk because the planters generally only need about 1/2 metre of soil. And then another layer of geofab to stop the soil from falling through. Then the irrigation, soil and plants come through, and we'll show you that in probably the next progress report.
Okay, so I'm standing in the pool zone, but I want to show you the progress on the scaffold dismantling on the rear of building 2. Basically half of building 2 has been dismantled in terms of scaffold, and we're starting to expose the different finishing materials on those facades. As you can see, that the cladding up against the rendering, and then the different colour tones of the walls, which gives that building its life. And then coupled with those stainless steel downpipes that we mentioned last month, they sit lovely against that white cladding. Okay, so I'm standing at the back of building 2 at the driveway entrance, just to show you some more exposed facade now that the scaffold's been dropped. And again, the different colours on that facade that start to complement those elevations. On the building 2 rear where the one bedders are, we've also started the metalwork screening. The soffites to the balconies have got the cement sheet groove board, and we're actually painting these in a timber look just to soften that external space to those balconies. It looks really nice against the black and the white colour scheme that we've got going on.
We're in the guys' lunchroom at the moment where we put one of the original renders that was in the sales office. This is the main retail area. I just wanted to point these arches out. There's obviously a substantial amount of weight on the arches by the time they're clad in FC and tiled, so the frames are all metal stud. In terms of a set out, the guys get a measurement off the slab on both sides, find the centre point of the 2 columns, and then they set the arch. And that's the little tile, the 100 by 100 mosaic that we've picked to clad the arches. We've got the first of the joinery units concentrating on the kitchens so that we can get our stone cut and installed, and then working through the rest of the joinery units, which are not stone dependent. So this is a direct replica of the sales office display kitchen. So we've got the beautiful grained walnut on the back line where the integrated fridges will go. Obviously the clean made black appliances will fill those respective holes, and then combination of the push to open, and then we've got the soft close drawers. The other feature that is an improvement on the sales office is the featured corner that's 2-pack finished. So this has been routed in the joinery shop so that it's one continuous piece rather than sections. This is a little added benefit that we've put into the kitchens. As a apartment dweller myself, realised that sometimes getting at the back of the pantry is problematic. So we've added these pull-out shelves so that every inch of the pantry is usable and accessible.
So like John mentioned, in the kitchens, some added value that we're bringing into the project. This is another one of those value adds where we've introduced soft closers to all the cavity sliders where there's a cavity slider. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of traction on site. When we have a rain event and the block work gets wet, we cannot render that wall until it fully dries out. Now that's going to take 2 to 3 days. So these are the small things that have, a big impact on our progress.
So that's it for this episode. We're just reflecting on our recent progress. We did lose a little bit of time again, even this week with a bit of rain, and as Tony just reminded me, that every time we get a bit of rain, we generally lose a day or two in terms of our external finishing because we need that time for it to dry out. So scaffold drop is a little bit behind where we'd like it. That'll progress through July, so hopefully you'll see more of the building unfold as the month progresses, and we'll have a lot more down for our next report. Other than that, that's it from 191 Stratton. Thanks for watching, and see you next month.